Alrighty, guys, Bobby Roast Beef here. Another Jigs and Bigs in the Beef Seat interview segment here, and this one we got an interesting guest here because this young gentleman is making some waves in the fishing community. It really, I mean, just and beyond. We should be honest and say that, and beyond for sure. But earlier this year, I think it was August of 25, he dropped a song entitled "Bas Pro," which has been just getting eaten up with everybody along the fishing community, sharing clips of this song all over the place. And we got him here on the show. We got Flywlkr with us, aka Flizzy. How we doing, man?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah?
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, dude. And like, you know, I mean, I have a music background myself. And I got to tell you, when I first heard your stuff, I was like, holy shit. They're like, the production quality alone is awesome, but it's polished. Your material is unbelievably polished. But your lyrical play in Bas Pro and then in Fish On as well is absolutely fantastic. And then I found out that you're a New England guy. Dude.
Oh yeah.
So you're a Vermonter, like originally born and raised in Vermont?
Yes, sir.
Nice, yep. Very, very nice. So what we like to do here, Flizzy, is just kind of like talk with our basically allow you a spot to kind of introduce yourself a little bit. So what I want to do is I want you to kind of give us that 30,000 foot view, zoom out a little bit. Like, how did you get into the outdoors? How did you get into music? And then where did those worlds like officially cross over for you? And tell us like about the ratio, like how much of, you know, fishing and just the overall, the outdoors in general plays into your life compared to, you know, other elements of your life.
Yeah. So, I've always been, you know, growing up in Vermont, we're just outdoorsy.
Yep.
Like that's the way of life up here. And you know, just going fishing with my dad and like since I was a little kid, and like I was in like Boy Scouts, and we would do like woodsy stuff, like camping, a lot of camping, a lot of hiking. But fishing was like my favorite thing to do, like, and just growing up doing that stuff. And then like music came to me really naturally at a young age. Like I had like a keyboard in my room, and my mom taught me a few chords, and then I would like listen to my favorite songs, and then I would repeat it on the piano. Like I would teach myself how to play the notes. So I had a really good ear for like for finding keys and stuff like that. And I mean, if we're talking from the beginning, like it's like it's kind of a long story, but
go for it, man. I got time. No rush.
Yeah. Like I started out, you know, listening to what my parents listened to, like rock.
Yeah.
Like all that. I was really into Ozzy Osbourne, Queen, like all like classic rock. Like my dad really influenced my taste there.
Sure.
And then when I got a little older, like 10 years old, I found out about Beastie Boys and Run DMC.
Oh yeah.
And that's where rap came in, and kind of like I started shifting my interest over to rap. And I was big into like hip hop and breakdancing as a little kid. I would always like break dance and shit. And I actually, like, before I started like rapping, I was like doing breakdancing and like doing flips and head spins and shit.
It's crazy to think about a little kid breakdancing in Vermont.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Land of flannel and LL Bean and everything. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like I was like ADHD. Like I was I was so wound as a kid. Like my teachers took my chair away. Because I wouldn't sit down. But yeah, I got into like the old school hip hop, like Biggie, Tupac, Big L, and then Eminem came, and then like Lil Wayne. Really, so like when you hear those punchlines that I'm using, in that wordplay, like Lil Wayne and Eminem, like heavily influenced. Like that's what I love in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like I love wordplay.
Yep.
That's like my favorite. That's my favorite aspect of it.
Definitely.
So,
it hooks too, because when people get it, it's like you feel like you've got it. You know what I mean? Like you're in on something.
Yeah, it hooks, like pun intended, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it just like catches your ear and makes you like go, oh, damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, it was like, it didn't connect to me, like, to connect my two worlds of like being a Vermonter outdoorsy guy.
Yeah.
And the rap. Like I was just like in school, I was just making songs with my friends for fun. There's this group called Odd Future that came out when I was in high school. And they were just like something unlike I've ever heard.
Yep.
They were just this crazy, it was like very explicit hardcore rap that like parents hated it. It was like it was just savage, you know. But I wanted to do that with my friends. I really like, so high school is where I really started, like I started making beats and rapping around the same time. I had a laptop and I downloaded, like I had like GarageBand or whatever. Just like nothing crazy. I was making like shitty beats.
Yeah.
Like and like the school we had computers at school, and I actually got in trouble because I went in, I pirated Logic Pro. It's like a I pirated it onto the school computers, and I got in a ton of trouble.
They don't like that.
The tech guy like had to go in and like fix it up, and like I got in school suspension. But I was just like in love with the idea of being a rapper and being a producer and like doing that shit.
And that's the thing. It's that type of stuff. Like when you've got an interest or a passion in something, like people take risks to, work on their craft when they can, So I totally understand that,
And I was risking my integrity too, because like a lot of kids were laughing at me.
Of course.
For doing it, thinking like, oh, like this kid. Who's this
Winooski
kid?
Is?
Like, think he is? Who you think you're Eminem or something? Like, like even my own friends would like make fun of me and shit. Like, oh, he's trying to be a rapper.
It's 100%, man. You do anything in life, like, and you're always going to have people that are just going to try, because either they don't think that you have that self-doubt, which, let's be honest, everybody's got that self-doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody tear ourselves down constantly. But, like, they almost feel like they have to be that voice for you. Like, you're just like, let me shoot you down a little bit. Like, in a way, and maybe this is just my weird-ass New Englander, like, try to stay positive way of looking at it, or twisted way of doing the math. In a way, that kind of, if you use it the right way, it can keep you motivated, because you're just like, I'll show them,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That hold my beer,
Exactly. It's like, all right, you really think that it's not possible? Like,
let's do something.
I always had that, like, that. I had two voices in my head. I had one telling me, like, damn, like, this is very unlikely. Like, you probably won't make anything of it. And then I had this other voice that was like, nah, like, anything's possible if you try hard enough. And like, if you just, like you got this, basically.
Yep.
Like, and my mom always told me, like, she always told me, oh, you're special. Like, you can do literally whatever you want to do.
Sure.
Like, I always had that inner monologue of like, you can literally do anything.
Yep.
That you set your mind to. So like, I mean, when people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up as a little kid, I would say, I want to be an astronaut, scientist, pilot. Like I wanted to
do
be
it all.
like this, just like everything.
Yeah. No, I totally get that, man. And it's great with young kids, when you see that like sort of ambition, their eyes are open to the world, like they haven't been shot down yet type stuff. And it's like, and it's great on the other end when you're like, you see, especially like I see this in my own kids where like they'll be doing something or they've overcome some kind of a challenge. Like I see this in my youngest daughter all the time. Like she's killing it in school right now, just absolutely killing it. And it was such a challenge for her to get there, but she got there, you know what I mean? And it was like, she stuck with it, and she was, it's awesome when you see the fruits of that effort, and there's obviously like some filtering and stuff like that. Like, we're not all astronauts or something, but like usually there's something in life that, our paths take us and we find some sort of a passion. And for those that don't, I feel really, really terrible for,
Yeah. I hope to inspire other people, like everyone I meet. I try to ask them like, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
And I tell them like you got that. Like if you just like cancel out all the noise and just focus on that, like you can make that a reality, like whatever that dream may be.
Yep. And it does. It sounds corny, like to say it out loud like that, but that's the reality. Like that's how it is for everybody. And it's crazy. We all put up this front, like, like we're this facade, but in reality, we're all still at the center, that little kid that's just like, well, this is what I want to do, or these are my aspirations, and how do we get there? So what was your relationship? Because this is where I'm most interested, because I found in interviewing folks that like they'll be really into the outdoors in their childhood. They'll get really into it, and like similar to what happened with me, like there was just like fucking like punk rock and all kinds of shit enters my life, and I'm like, and it's not, I don't know if it wasn't, I don't necessarily really cared if it was cool or not, but like fishing and archery and all this stuff that I was really into just went way in the back of the list. And I didn't get back into it until I was like 30. Were you struggling with this when you were in the early stages of finding music? Was it more like the outdoors was in the background, or was this something that you kept coming to?
Outdoors was always there.
Yeah.
But music awesome. Has always been my forefront.
The main focal point.
Outdoors is just like part of who I am and what will always be.
That's awesome.
Like, I love snowboarding. I love, camping, like fishing. Like I'm always like, if I'm stressed out in the studio, like I had a long session. I'm ready to take a break. I'm hitting the pond. Like I'm gonna go, and that's where I like kind of recalibrate.
Yep.
And but yeah, like the journey, like working up to where I am musically.
Yeah.
It kind of took the forefront for sure.
Yeah.
And I built my own studio. And
that's awesome.
I still do put like a lot of my free time into this music, because that's what it takes.
Yeah. You got to sacrifice all that,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's nuts, dude. So let's talk about like, and I love that you said like, the outdoors was kind of always there. I mean, let's be honest, you're in the best East Coast skiing area that you could find. Like, so if you didn't snowboard, I'd be like, holy shit. I know a few Vermonters that don't get on skis at all. They don't utilize the mountains in any type of winter capacity at all, but they're few and far between. Like when you've got a resource like that, you got to go for it. Now let's talk about the kind of fishing that you're mainly into, because like lyrically I've gone through some of your stuff, and obviously like there's the songwriting craft that's there, so there's terminology that you may be using, but that might not necessarily be you as an angler. Like you might be a big carp guy for all I know, you know what I'm saying? Like you might just be the guy that's out there with like boxes of cereal and maple syrup and making your own bait and throwing balls into the water to catch like 50-pound fish.
Yeah.
Or are you like more into like, because a lot of folks, when I first got into fishing, I thought everybody in Vermont was all about fly fishing because of the National Fly Fishing Museum that's like right there, because
Yeah.
of like these amazing rivers and streams that are just all over the place. But I realize that there is a bass fishing culture that's not just Champlain, although Champlain is fucking awesome, man. I love Lake
Yeah.
Champlain. Where do you fit into the world of fishing? Like, what is the Flywlkr style of fishing?
Dude, so I don't have a lot of access to like I mean, a lot of my fishing I'm just doing from shore.
Oh, yeah.
Um I don't have a boat. I don't
Yep.
have a place to put a boat. I want a boat.
Yeah.
And eventually that'll come, but I live in an apartment, so I
for
just
sure,
don't
man.
have anywhere to put a boat, and a lot of my money is going into the music.
For sure. I
So
totally
I don't
understand
have
that.
the craziest fishing gear. So mostly, man, I'm going for bass. I'm going for pike. I'm going for whatever's biting.
I love that.
Wherever I can access the water.
Yep.
I got a couple buddies with boats that take me here and there.
That's
because
perfect.
that's what they say. Like the better than owning a boat is having a friend with a boat.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. Exactly. It's
So-
100% true. There was a moment where I didn't believe it, and then I bought a boat last year, and I was like, oh yeah, that was really nice. You know, it was really
Yeah.
nice. And that's like, I love that, like fishing for whatever's biting, multi-species stuff. Like one of the things that we do here at Jigs and Bigs that makes us unique is that we do nationwide tournaments all over the place. And I'm not really like the biggest like competitive fishing guy. I'm ate up with it. I just love the fish. And for me, those tournaments are a way for like me to fish alongside with like our listeners that are in the West Coast that I'm not going to get to fish with. We can kind of keep some stakes in the game a little bit. And we also do like slot limit tournaments and all that. But one of the most interesting ones, and the first one we started, was a multi-species scavenger hunt. So you had a month to fish. Just go out and fish whenever you can. And you just were looking to check off as many different species as you can. It was
cool.
unbelievable. We've changed it now to make it a little bit easier to digest. We only do it 2 or 3 times a year, and it's like a 1 week long period, and then we do a championship that's going to be 2 days. But it's cool because it gets those catfish guys thinking about, oh, I got to go catch smallmouth now. I got to those fly fishing, like the trout anglers that are just like, I don't really focus on panfish at all, but I got to go catch some of these. And it gets people thinking out of their box. So I love anytime anybody mentions the idea of like an alternate species like pike or something is like being exciting to catch. Because most of the time in Vermont, when people are talking about pike, it's just that they're pissed that their jerkbait got stolen from a giant pike. Something like that. We've been there. You know what I mean? It all happens like that.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with fishing? Like, have you ever dabbled with competitive fishing before or considered it? Or where did it sit even on the radar?
Dude, fishing was always just meditation.
Yep.
Like I've never done a tournament. I've never done a derby. It's just like there are so much better anglers than me. There
always will be. Yeah.
I'm very like well versed. Like I have a lot of friends that I've taught how to fish. I'm very like I can cast, I can catch a fish, I can tie the knots, I can do it all. Like
Sure.
I'm not like at that crazy professional level like
Oh yeah.
like some people are. I have a couple poles.
Yep.
I mean, I got, it's a very modest setup, and like when I put out the song, I think a lot of people like took it as me talking shit like I'm the best angler out there.
They all do, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They all turn it into a dick measuring contest. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like that.
No.
It was kind of it wasn't a very serious thing. I thought I was having fun. I thought it was hilarious that I was coming so aggressively about
exactly
about fishing. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was so funny.
Well,
and I didn't know that it was going to blow up.
That's the thing that I think is where everybody's head would obviously go. Because in the world, not just in music, but in hip hop specifically and in sports, like there's a lot of bravado. It's very braggadocious, you know, like very much like
Yeah.
I'm the best. I'm the best that there is. Nobody can take me down. And you see this all the time. So the assumption that like somebody's gonna say like, oh, this is like this big, like, who is this guy? Again, like, who does this guy think he is, or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But the fact, like Bass Pro specifically resonated with anglers because you were using terminology in there that was like, holy shit, okay, this guy fishes. Like, he gets it, you know, and he's calling out these people that are just like, kind of like either, you know, and I've heard a couple of theories that where people are just like, oh, it's a style thing, it's just a trend, like a fashion thing. Or then they're like, I think that people are wearing these Bass Pro hats, ironically, to almost poke fun at the activity of fishing in whatever capacity that there is. And in a way, I feel like even the fishing community, we kind of do that a little bit too. And it's sometimes maybe that could be looked at from like the stance of like local tackle shop fans versus the big box store like Bass Pro or something like that, where it's kind of like, all right, you're like walking around with like a hat that says Target or Walmart, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But it's interesting, and it's so I think in that way it's resonated with a shitload of people. What was the timeline like for you when you were like, shit, there's something happening here? Like, there's legs. Like, tell me some of those stories.
So I put the song out, and it was like a few days. I shared a couple clips, and it started to get some traction. And it was a crazy sequence of events. Like, my family had just experienced like a pretty traumatic loss.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I was like, I'm still gonna follow my music agenda, you know.
Sure.
And so I put out the song, and it was right before I actually I took a trip with my now fiance to Croatia. We went on vacation.
All right.
We had both been working for a few years. We hadn't taken a vacation.
Yeah.
And we've been together since high school. I've been with my fiance for
Oh, no shit. Good for you, man.
11 years now.
Holy hell, dude. That's a long time.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
good
30,
you put a ring
I'm
on
30
it.
now. So
No shit, man.
So yeah, we're going to Croatia. I had the ring with me. So we go on vacation, and while we're out there, my phone is blowing up with notifications like
shit.
I've never seen. Like, and it's the fishing community, man. Like, I tapped into that niche, and it was just like I've had my music I've been putting out good music, but it wasn't hitting whatever. I wasn't hitting a niche because it was too vague. It was too like I was being too serious. I wasn't really like embracing my Vermont culture, my New England side of things. But for this song, I was really like, I'm gonna lean into who I am and what I do and like what I love. So
that's awesome, dude.
So like I hit the niche in the fishing community, and it just fucking exploded.
It's so dope.
And I'm out on vacation, like having a blast, and whole time I'm going viral. And I proposed to my girl, got engaged out there, and came back, and like I'm the Bass Pro guy now. And I'm like, all right, I got something now, and now I can really like let loose and like see what I can do with this.
No, that is freaking awesome, man. Like, and it's interesting too, because like, and I don't want to like obviously talk shit about other fishing songs. Like there are like, so my background, I'm not sure if you dug into this at all, but I've been a DJ for like 30 years.
Oh, no shit.
But when I say that, like a radio guy, like a wedding guy, like that, I'm not working in nightclubs or anything. I'm too fucking old for that, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, but like I have been So my music collection is ridiculous. It has to be. It's part of a job requirement. And I host game shows. It's kind of become my niche as I've gotten older. And
cool.
and I've been having a real good time. In fact, I'm doing a fishy trivia online coming up the day before that 300th party.
Oh,
and
fire.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And so I love to do music rounds and stuff. And it's similar to you, I like to lean into who I actually am with the folks that play trivia, because to me, like, don't get me wrong, I love them, they're great, but I see hundreds of people a week, and like it just mixes up here and there, and like there's so many different personalities. It's like I have a role that I play as the trivia host primarily, but people kind of really eat that up when you're just your organic self. So like I'll do a music round of like, these are songs that my buddy Paul and I, we fucking sing on the boat constantly. And I'm like, these are ridiculous songs, like Cheap Trick's The Flame. Why are we singing that on the boat? You know what I mean? Shit like that. And we would just like fucking joke around and all that stuff. And people fucking eat that up. I did a round one time where I was like, songs about fishing. And like, if I've done a trip, I'll do songs about like that area. But I'll put a list of songs together, and there's no shortage of country songs that reference fishing, like no shortage.
No, not at all.
When it comes to like the genre of hip hop specifically, you end up with like a lot of stuff out there that's almost, and I guess this is across the board. There's a lot of novelty songs about fishing, like a lot. Parodies, tons of those. I think like High Speed Chase. I don't know if you've ever heard of High Speed Chase, but High Speed Chase does like parodies of like I think there's like a version of like Old Town Road, but it's rewritten about Fishing Hole or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And like it's like, it's you take it seriously, like, this song's about fishing, but also it kind of feels like Weird Al. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I heard Bass Pro and then I dove into your other stuff and I heard Fish On, I was like, damn. I'm like, no, this isn't like, this is organic. You know what I mean? Like there's another artist too. His name is an acronym for FISH. It's like Fishing is Strangely Hip. And he's only got a handful of songs, like one EP and like 4 singles or something like that. But it's organic. And I'm not sure where in the country he is, but I was like, once I found out you were in Vermont, I was like, I got to talk to this guy, because this is great. I think you've really, and the fact that it's blown up or the fact that it's led to more with even just within the niche is absolutely amazing. Let's talk about like your sort of like your goals for like the next 5 to 10 years. Like, where is it that you want to go, both career wise and fishing?
Dude, so I want to keep putting out music and see where it takes me. I'd love to like start doing my own little tours. Mm-hmm. I want to start with New England, maybe do shows, see what kind of pull I have in other states, because I have people hitting me up from every state. People from around the world even are hitting me up saying, "Come here, come do a show here."
Yeah.
Come to Florida, like we got the boat's waiting for you.
See,
I would love to.
Always great.
I had a crazy idea too. I was thinking like I could like get one of my boys with a camera to come with me, and we go on a little fishing tour, like, and we talk to the locals, and we go fishing, and we talk about music.
Definitely.
And I do like a little web series or some shit.
Absolutely.
And then like maybe at the same time while I'm going state to state, like set up shows there. It's all like kind of like just an idea right now, but I want to like eventually get the wheels going on that, and
for sure
keep putting out music. And I love, like, the fishing thing is great. And I don't know, I'll probably keep referencing it in my songs,
for
but
sure.
I really want to just keep expanding on the Vermont thing, on the New England thing.
Yep.
Not just fishing, but like all those outdoorsy kind of vibes, the like in the woods, like on the mountains kind of vibes, and just keep representing us out here in New England, and try to like be the voice and like talk about my experience up here in the north.
No, that's awesome. I think that's super important. And it's funny, like you're right. Like, being multifaceted is a really good thing. I've found as I've gotten older that typically when you have somebody that's got, they say like, oh, that's your only personality trait or whatever. Like you can't, it's that same like line. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You've got to, be diverse and like kind of enjoy all the different aspects of your life.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of folks who will often do that. Like they get so hyper focused on one specific thing, and that's okay, but it's just don't forget the rest of the shit. You know what I mean? That kind of goes around with it. So I think that's for sure. Obviously you want to grow, the audience obviously, but this is like, you've got yourself a nice little foundation. This is a great place to start. And I think that, having a little bit of, representation for New England, artists or music, like there's shockingly a lot of quality that comes out of the New England area. There really is, but it's not everybody leans into it necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, like or at least right now, and you don't always do that like forever. Obviously, it's like a thing. Like I think of Noah Kahan, right, who is a New England based artist whose song titles and lyrics weave around New England, referencing like roadways and things like that, landmarks. And
shout out Noah from Vermont, too.
Yeah, a Vermonter, But you think about that, like he's not going to build his career 25 years from now, singing songs about like the specific details, like, maybe he'd drop a nugget here or there, but it's like it's a place to start, and it's a chapter in the collection. You know what I mean? Of his art. Same thing with your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you're a combination of all these various elements. I took an edible right before we fucking started recording, like actually right before I had breakfast, and shit's just kicking in now. So just a heads up, we're going to talk fish whistle in a moment. So let's actually dive right into that. So I ask my folks if they dabble with the fish whistle whatsoever. And for those that are unaware, I've explained what the fish whistle is. I don't have to explain this to these listeners. They know. What's your how folks, like when it comes to using a fish whistle, they think it brings them either good luck or like there's weirdos like me that use it as a reward system. Like when I'm fishing, you know what I mean? Like I get into that one fish and I'm like, I've allowed myself a rip off the fish whistle. What's your relationship there?
I mean, you're out there on the boat, you're not getting any bites. Bring out the fish whistle.
Yeah. No.
Call them in.
Yeah.
It's like a sonar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
there's magic.
There's a certain frequency from the fish whistle that just the fish, for some reason, like you become one with the fish, and you can kind of sense, oh, there's a big bass under that log over there.
Yeah.
And and it kind of just like it focuses you in.
Oh yeah.
It resets my battery. Like, okay, I could be out here longer now.
100%. 100%.
It just kind of just like focuses you in.
Sometimes that perspective too, like, how you hear, I'm sure you've heard this from folks before. They're like, fishing is really just like a puzzle. You got to look at the clues and put the pattern together and then kind of put the pieces together. And that's where you start to find success. Yeah. There is that school of thought where it could be a handful of different things. It might be like, dial in with the fish whistle a little bit. Maybe you're just thinking a little bit more critically about little details that maybe you didn't notice necessarily before, or maybe you're able to slow down enough, and that was what needed. I think that's one that I think is a big deal, because lots of times people just kind of get into the moment, slow down, and then bang, that's when that thump happens.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I just like smoking weed.
Well, I mean, then there's that too. Let's be honest. That's really a big part of it. Like, we try to be philosophical about it, but I love the way that it's weird. Like, just like the fish whistle life has become more of a prominent, like almost unspoken language in the fishing community. Like Sims makes a product that is a case to hold your fish whistle and accoutrements all together. And I'm like, when Sims does that, that's cool.
That's crazy.
And
yeah.
all they did was, I think they named it like the fish whistle such and such or something along those lines. But we all know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We all know.
It's part of the culture at this point. It's like they go hand in hand.
Yep.
It's kind of like how you hear, like, I mean, people always like bring beer. Like, people have always
Same idea.
brought their vices with them
Yeah.
to go
Well,
fishing.
They want
It's
to
like-
relax. Like you get, I mean, so for some folks, it's just snacks. It's like, oh yeah, I got, jerky or whatever. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, this is what I do. When I first started fishing, my big one was sunflower seeds. And I just,
yeah?
I don't know why. I just, the same thing. I feel like it gave me something to do so that when I'd be fishing, I didn't feel compelled to like impart action on a lure if I didn't need to or something like that. It was like, it's almost like a little distraction to kind of keep yourself busy enough. And then you and I think you kind of like can learn some of these patterns and then just use them later. But
What kind of sunflower seeds though? You get the ranch kind?
my favorite ones are the cracked black pepper and the I forget which company makes them, but there's an Old Bay. I don't know if I think it's Biggs makes an Old Bay, and that is just so good, man. Oh,
Hell yeah.
so freaking good. But I'll never turn them down at all. There was one like mashup, and it was like a Doritos. Like I think it was like a Doritos Locos Taco or something, and I'm like,
yeah.
that is interesting as hell. Interesting as
crazy.
hell. Yeah, it's good shit. So, like, now you mentioned Croatia. You've traveled before. Have you ever traveled specifically to fish?
Dude, nah. I
No?
mean, I went
You should,
fishing
man.
when I was a kid in Florida one time, like on
Yep.
a family trip, just like off a dock. But that was it. Like all the fishing I've done has been in Vermont.
Yeah. Which I mean, and there's amazing fishing. Now, how often, or have you ever even fished Champlain?
I fished Champlain.
Yeah.
I haven't like gone out on a boat on Champlain too many times. It's been
Yep.
like a handful.
Oh yeah. Same
but
here,
mostly
actually.
like we got this place called the Causeway, and
Yep.
it's a big long, essentially a rock bridge
Yep.
that goes
Oh, yeah.
all the way across the lake,
Yeah.
and you can go out on that thing for like miles, and it's just like lake on each side.
Oh, that's great. That gives you
yeah.
way more access, than fishing private property or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like one of the best. If you don't have a boat, like it's one of the best places to go on Champlain.
I've heard a lot of people telling me they were
lake trout.
oh, really?
Like
From there?
all kinds of bass, pike,
Yep.
sheephead, drum.
Oh, yeah.
Bowfin. I've caught like a lot of different things out there. You can get walleye sometimes.
Yep. That's freaking cool, man.
Yeah.
Champlain is just like they say, a lot of places, like it is the 6th Great Lake, and it's just insane. It's just freaking nuts. Like it's funny you were mentioning doing a tour, because that's where my head is right now too. Like I want to go and partner up with tackle shops that are in the area and fish this area, create content, obviously, record a podcast segment, just like a monologue with folks in, a bar or a brewery or something like that, do some fishy trivia and give away some prizes. I'm like, dude, that would be insane. And the goal is to go across the country, like to go to California. Right now, dude, my spot is I want to fish Arizona. Specifically, I want to fish Roosevelt Reservoir. Specifically. Okay. Yeah, just I heard an episode of Serious Angler, and they had someone from like their like state DNR out that way, like an aquatic biologist, talking about some of the records of numbers that they've seen for like record sizes of bass caught out of there, and it's just I think it could be like a next unbelievable hotspot. But also like the camping in that part of the country is just bananas. Like shit we don't get to see here in New England,
Yeah, wow.
So I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like where my head is at. But like, so I love the idea of touring and getting out there and doing all that stuff. But you should seriously, man, like take a trip just to fish. Like,
Oh yeah.
Take a ride to St. Lawrence.
I just had someone invite me up to Ottawa, Canada.
There you go.
To chase some muskie, which has been on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a muskie yet.
Me neither.
And they got some monsters up there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm 100% down. Like, and they were like, okay, we got you, like for a verse, and I'm like,
there we go.
I was like, deal.
That actually, is not bad. That's actually kind of, if you play it the right way, it can be pretty dope. because you put yourself in a position now where like the networking is just as good as what the potential fishing could be in that area. Plus the experience points of just like going and doing something like that is kind of nuts.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking cool.
I would love that. Like Canada is like
Oh yeah.
right up the road, like, and there's some amazing fishing there. So I definitely plan on taking a trip up there.
Just talking with a buddy of mine about, he was like, so I was about like a year we've been going back and forth with ideas of doing a trip to Canada, and he's more like in the Midwest area, right on the border. But and he's like, yeah. So he's like, what kind of boxes do you want to check off? And I was like, honestly, I go, especially for the first one out, I go, we just want to keep it broad. You know what I mean? Like we could be fishing for, smallies. We could be fishing for, muskie, lake trout, walleye. Like I'm game for all of it. And I'm like, but I'm also not limited to like, going out to like Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods is, I'm using as an example because it's a place that I obviously would think of right away. But I'm like, I'd be okay with like fooling around also in Quebec or Newfoundland as well. And that for me is even easier to get to. I was like, so it kind of cuts things back. And he's like, what about Simcoe? That could be pretty badass. And I started looking around at the water and the species that inhabit it and some of the local area stuff. He's like, because also like I just love to travel. Travel is amazing. Like there are some people who they just never want to leave their hometown. I get that. That's cool. I'm not that guy. I love to travel. Go and experiment and try new things and new places and get an idea for an area. And it's awesome. So like, yeah, Canada is just, I can't wait to get into and fish Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm stoked.
Like the salmon run too in like Ontario.
Yeah.
I've seen people pull some monsters out. I'd love to get into that too.
Hell yeah. That's like a whole level of fishing. Like around, I'm sure you've heard folks that talk about the Pulaski River in New York. And like every year when they run, it's insane. It's insane. People are just shoulder to shoulder. It's kind of like striper fishing at the canal and the Cape, where there's just like fights over spots and fish and like all kinds of shit. And I'm like, that is not for me. I'm like, that is 100% not for me.
They're like shoulder to shoulder.
Yes,
like,
exactly. Yeah, I want to avoid that. No. Yeah, totally not. Like the Pulaski guy, I could kind of see like making a stop and making a few casts, like just to do it. But like, it's like that trout fishing culture where like those folks just follow the stocking truck. And they're like, oh, they're going to drop here. And then they all line up and they fish this one part of the bank or whatever and limit out and go home. I'm like, that's just but if that's what somebody's into, that's cool.
Do not angle.
Just not for me. Yes, do not angle. That's awesome, dude. So let's talk some Vermont shit specifically. All right. You're in the pizza business, right?
I am, man.
Yeah.
I've been working the pizza shops most of my life, like throughout, like since high school. Man, that's my form of income. Yeah, other than the music.
But I feel like you have a pedigree, a little bit of an actual position to make some commentary on here. So you know how there's like pizza from like all different areas of the country. Like everybody says like this area pizza is out of this world. I haven't heard too many people talk specifically about Vermont pizza, but I have heard a few. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Vermont has its own style of pizza?
I think Vermont has a good culture of like doing their own adaptations of other places' styles.
Gotcha.
Like we're really big on like breweries, like craft beer. Like, and when you have a lot of breweries and stuff like that, like people go hard with the food too.
Definitely.
And so I think we got some great pizza up here. But I think it's just like it can be like compiled in with like the New England kind of vibe of just like we take our food and our culture very like seriously with that, like quality wise, like we want to put out a good product and we want to, charge good money for it so that
definitely.
we can keep people coming back. And
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I could totally.
So
And I guess it kind of does make sense too, because like also with Vermont, you've got like some tourism, you know?
exactly.
You've got folks that come up in the winter with other parts of the country. That's looked as the off season. For you guys, that's on. You know, like your state's making bank right now. You know what I mean? And it's wild to me. But I mean, also there is also plenty of tourism too in the summer. Do you think that there's like, I would assume that winter is the heaviest tourism season where like everything's booked and everything. Is that actually true? Like in your area?
The fall, actually.
The fall.
Yeah, the foliage, the leaf peepers.
Really? That's the big one.
Yeah,
No
bro,
shit.
that's the big one.
Oh, I can see that.
Not only that, I mean, yeah, winter, like skiing, like people definitely come from all over.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, like I'm in Burlington, which is a college town.
Yeah, that's like a different kind of Vermont. Yeah.
So we got students and parents coming in and out all the time.
Yeah.
From all over the world.
Yeah.
It's actually like very like it's becoming more and more like gentrified.
Yep.
Especially in this area. But yeah, in the fall, like if you go up to Stowe, like good luck finding anywhere to park or any, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's just because it's so beautiful. Like it's like out of a magazine. Like I'm still like, I make fun of the leaf peepers, but low key, like I'll be driving through the mountains and I'm just in awe, even though I've seen it a million times.
Yeah, we grew up here, and my wife looks at me like this all the time. Like she's from like small town Massachusetts, like actually not far from the Vermont New Hampshire border, originally. And she would tell me all the time, she's just like, I would be driving around, I'm like, would you look at these fucking colors? Like, they are so fucking vibrant. This is amazing. Sunlight's hitting them just right. And she's like, they're leaves. And I'm like, it's just, exactly. And she's just like, yeah, she's like, I mean, they're pretty, but like, I don't get it. There are some folks that don't get it, you know? And a lot of us, I think, around here take it for granted. Yeah, because it's like, it's something else. Yeah, I could definitely see. And yeah, being in Burlington. Now, what do you think of that? Like, a lot of people think of Vermont as like one specific entity. In reality, like Burlington is its own thing. It's a major city.
So people, I see comments like this all the time. Like, what? A Vermont rapper? That's the whitest state. And like statistically, yeah, like we are the whitest.
Oh,
state.
Sure, yeah.
If you go outside of Burlington, it's all white people.
Oh yeah,
that's just 100%. How it is.
Yeah.
But Burlington is like insanely diverse.
Yeah,
like
it's a whole other area.
I went to Winooski High School.
Yeah.
Which is the most diverse school in the state.
Oh, okay.
And like white people were actually the smallest group. Because Winooski takes in refugees.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They're largely percentage refugees. So growing up, going to Winooski my whole life, I was introduced to
way more culture. Yeah.
So many different cultures that if I had gone anywhere else, I would not have experienced that. I have friends from like all over Africa, like the Congo, Kenya. Like all these,
and then also the colleges too. Like, so you've got folks that are coming from all over the world because you guys have UVM, but Norwich is right there too. And there's a couple other schools too that you draw a huge amount of people from all over the place. Yeah,
we're a huge college state.
Yeah,
people love to come to college here.
Yeah,
and I tried college out after graduating. I did I did some classes here and there. But I always knew like music was going to be my path.
Oh yeah, dude.
I couldn't settle for finance. I wasn't going to settle for a job that I was doing just for money and I would be miserable. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, the debt that you create, man, to just do that. Like if you're going into it blind, it's an investment. You know, it's like my oldest daughter, she was like, yeah, I was talking to my guidance counselor and she said it'd be a good idea for me to go and stay here. I was like, listen, kid, I go, do you want to create that level of debt? Think about that. I'm like, what do you want to go there for? If you tell me what you want to do and, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think a lot of kids these days don't know what they want to do. And you find people that don't really even get their footing until they're in their 30s, mid 30s, even sometimes their 40s.
You don't know what you want to do when you're 18.
Yeah.
Nobody does. Like very few people do.
You're lucky if you do, because you kind of have like that direction. You're like, well, I'm going to do this. And it just kind of fits and it makes sense. But
some people, they have that. Like they know, they know what they want to do. Like, but me, like, no. I was like, I don't know what I want to do, like, for a career. Like, I want to do music.
Yeah.
And I already know how to do that. Like, I can teach myself that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And like, I didn't want to go into debt, and like, I couldn't pick a direction. So it's like, all right, thug it out at the pizza shop.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. That's a lot of times that's how it works. You have a grind that you do, where you're like, I got to do this, but this is what my passion is. And then eventually the goal is that you can cross those over, you do, and it takes a lot of hard work in the beginning. And I think that like, it's also like there's, in a way, like even as an artist, music, any other medium, whatever it might be, any type of creative role, you're a business owner at the core of it all, and you really, really it takes a certain type of person that's motivated enough to do it. Like my wife and I will talk about this too. She's like, I couldn't work from home. Like she's a nurse, so like she can't work from home. But like she goes, if I had a job, she goes, I don't think I have the ability to stay motivated enough. She's like, I would probably get things done that I need to, but she's like, I can understand 100% why people are, supervisors and stuff are just like, yeah, we're gonna need you in the office X amount of days a week or whatever it might be. I can already tell, and you said it before, but like I can already tell you've got the qualifications to be driven and motivated and stay on what you're doing 100%. Because it's folks like us with a little bit of ADD that kind of helps us stay really on. It's just that right recipe, you know what I mean? And so what's your
obsession?
Yeah. It's like you're just focused on it. What's your routine like? Like what's a typical week like look for you as far as like grinding out in the music world, the gig to pay the bills, and then also fitting in like your connection in nature? What's a week look like for you?
So I work like 40 hours a week. And I'm mostly like the night shift.
Yep.
I'm a manager, so I gotta stay and close up shop most nights.
Yep.
So I'll go in at like 2-3 p.m.
Yep.
Usually. Sometimes I'll work in the morning, but I'll wake up and I'll grab a coffee, I'll work on some music stuff, try to like get some of that done before work, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll get out, and then I'm usually pretty tired. So I'll go home and chill, relax, and maybe I'll make some beats or like do a little more music shit. But I gotta spend time with the fiance too.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So I'll watch some shows with her, play some games with her, and then when she goes to bed, that's when I'll burn the midnight oil.
Yep.
And like do more music stuff or just like play some video games, go to bed, and then that's my week. And like, I'll have a couple days off, and I'll pick one of those days to where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go outside and go fishing. I'll
touch grass.
Touch grass, yeah, literally. Hit the mountain. It's tough in the winter, bro. Like
I bet.
Like I love hitting the mountain, but like as I get older, I'm like, oh, it's so comfy, cozy inside. Like,
yeah,
I don't, and like less friends that have time to go with you. Like our schedules don't align and shit. I'll go by myself, but like it's nice to have a buddy to go with,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it's just a huge balance, dude. Like just trying to stay on top of everything.
Yep.
But yeah, that's like basically the week.
It is a grind, and you got to have like some kind of a routine and everything. And it's Dude, it's freaking bananas, dude. This is really, really good, man. I appreciate you for being part of the show. Absolutely. Do me a favor before we wrap up. Go ahead and shout out. Let folks know where they can check out your music, what platforms, if if all that stuff, where they can find you on social media, all that kind of stuff. And if you're working with anybody or have any events or anything coming up like that, go ahead and shout that out too, because we want to promote you a little bit.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Flywlkr on all platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, YouTube. It's just it's Flywlkr. A lot of people spell it like Flywalker. Like there's no vowels, so just Flywlkr, no vowels. Instagram is where I post most of my stuff. You can find like info about like upcoming shows and stuff. I'll always be posting on there. So if you just want to follow me on Instagram, that's the best way to like stay up to date on what's going on with me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not too many shows coming scheduled right now. I usually post them as I get them. So yeah, just like check out my page and you'll see like what I got coming up and stuff.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Awesome to have you on, man. Do me a favor. Send me a picture of you just holding the tank, and we're going to use it for the cover art here on this episode. But yeah, this is great. We got the entire rest of the show recorded yesterday, and then I'll have this edited. It will drop on Monday night.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, should be pretty good.
Awesome.
This is really, really good, dude. Awesome. Well, we will be right back with more Jigs and Bigs coming up. Don't go too far. And go and check out Flywlkr on all the platforms. Spotify, Apple Music. We'll see you guys